New Mexico has prisoners that have received life sentences as children. New legislation would require the New Mexico Corrections Department to help schedule parole hearings for prisoners given life sentences as children. The issue, the agency wasn't aware of at least 21 juvenile lifers in its custody. How in the world does that happen? This headline comes from ProPublica. Juveniles locked up for life. We found nearly 24. The article states the New Mexico Corrections Department has lost track of nearly 24 prisoners in its custody who are serving life sentences for crimes they committed as children. An error that could keep these juvenile lifers from getting a chance at freedom under a bill likely to be passed by the state legislature within days. This is sad. The ACLU staffer was the one who helped discover this issue, and they stated such carelessness on the part of the state government makes it plain that when you throw away kids in adult prison, they are lost. Now, the pending legislation includes the following. The New Mexico Legislature is on the cusp of passing a bill that would give a new shot at parole to all state prisoners serving life or lengthy sentences for crimes they committed when they were juveniles, provided they have served at least 15 to 25 years of their time, depending on their offense. But to do that, the Corrections Department will first need, you guessed it, to identify all these individuals to be able to help schedule their parole hearings. So how do you lose people like that? And as a reminder, the brain doesn't fully develop until around the age of 25. Extensive research shows, and most people are likely to age out of criminality. The legislation goes on to state the bill wouldn't guarantee freedom to juvenile lifers in New Mexico, but it would provide them a chance to articulate to the state parole board how they have changed, including whether they've taken accountability for their actions, followed prison rules, and completed educational programming. JB, your thoughts?
Man, New Mexico, what a state to talk about prisons in. So we know that 2/3 of private prisons in the United States have these things called lockup quotas. So they enter into an agreement with these private prisons, the state does, where they say the lowest ones, 70% of the prison will remain occupied. The highest are up to 100%, where they promise full occupancy in these prisons. So that means that taxpayers will pay a cost if the beds are empty. So the state says, all right, we promise to put people in these prisons at this rate. That's insane. We also know that New Mexico has used private prisons more than any other state in the United States. Since 1983, their prison population has increased 268%. That's disgusting. Their workers in these private prisons in New Mexico are paid 10 cents to $1 an hour. They're sent away to work camps. Many of them have been sent to California to fight wildfires. So this is where we're at. We're trapping human beings, promising corporations we will trap them, let you buy their labor at well below a market rate, and we'll even strip them of their identity and their records. This is not chattel slavery, but this is absolutely a modern form of slavery.
And there should not be a such thing as private prisons. Corporations should not be able to make a profit off of other people's misery. We should abolish private prisons. They should be in the hands of the people, taxpayers, not private prisons. And it is the loophole in the 13th Amendment to the Constitution. If you have not seen the documentary 13th by Ava DuVernay, I recommend that you watch that. And there is a book, The New Jim Crow by Dr. Alexander. Yeah, you wanna go ahead, stock up on those things, do that.